Okay, we are now live. I'm Pierre Roberge, the daily trader. It is May 1st, and we are going to take a look at Tesla stock from a technical analysis perspective, and also we are going to take a look at Pltr stock at the same time. We are going to look at these two stocks, as I said, from a technical analysis perspective, from a weekly chart perspective, because this gives us a broader view of what is really happening. So this is something I do every weekend, every Sunday, and once a month I do this. For the public, but the other times during the week or during the month, I do this only for my members. So only for my members, but once a month I do this for everybody, the public. So right now, this is the public thing. So even if you are not a YouTube member, you can listen to this right now. But in the hope that you will become a member, this is why I do this. So let me just set a few things up here. I'm gonna post a little something to mention that I am going live on my channel. Going live now. Boom. Okay, so we are almost ready to start. Just checking to see that the visibility is going to be okay. And first I need to say that I am a bit late because I tend to do this at 3 or 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. But well, today was a very nice day outside, so I hope you caught some rays, as we say. It was a great day, so it meant that this live had to be postponed, and I think this is a good thing because the people I usually get during the afternoon, Sunday afternoon, are not the same people that I am going to get tonight. So maybe we are going to encounter new people tonight. So this is great. So before I start, let me just put the famous or the infamous Tesla chart. Fantastic chart. And by the way, if you want to use my chart with all my trend lines and everything, it's possible. I have a tier that's not cheap, but that's not very expensive either, that will give you a link to my, well, I think it's a link to all of my watch list. So I think it's a link that gives you everything, not only the Tesla trend lines, but I think it's everything else. So you can get the exact lines that I have, and because if you wanted to replicate this, that would take you a long time. Voila. So let me just go here in the chat before I really start this. Ken Susi, Tesla seems like it's going to retest 750 again, especially if it crosses the 625 retracement 870. Okay, my friend, 750. Let's look at 750. 625 retracement. I don't do that Fibonacci thing. The Fibonacci thing, by the way, to me, is something that's really nice, and I believe it's working. I believe this is kind of a prediction kind of thing, and I tend to prefer a trend following perspective where I wait for things to happen before I act, instead of thinking that, well, I think this is going to happen, so I'm going to act ahead. There's a little bit of a distinction here. Okay, but let's look at Tesla here on the daily chart. So the main thing, the current thing that we have right now is that Tesla is in a downward channel. I think we can all agree on that. Downward channel right here. Until we break out of this on the daily chart. Well, whoops, my mouse is doing funny things here. So until we break out of this channel, then the stock is going nowhere. The stock is doing nowhere. Of course, of course. I always try to give you both sides of the coin so that you can make your own decisions. Of course, you know, it's possible that we bounce, you know, on 874.35 and we go up to this resistance right here, 9 something. There's some money to be made here, that's for sure. Maybe not on the daily chart per se. So if you want to make money on smaller moves like this, then go on the 1 hour chart. Because on the daily chart, you know, this can be done in 1 day with 1 candle. So when we try to use technical analysis to help us invest or trade, then we need to have some patterns going on before we buy. And to get some patterns within maybe 3-4 days, it's better to have to look at the 1 hour chart, which is going to give us 8 candles per day for 4 days, so 32 candles. So we might see a pattern in there, like a symmetrical triangle, you know, all of these things that we can get to see. Voila. So that's the first thing. So yeah, so downward channel right here, downward channel, and we are stabilizing on 874.35 that we broke, by the way. We broke it on Friday, so we are not even staying above this one. We broke it. And I cannot help but see a similarity with 975.07. 975.07 was pretty much the same thing. We were still in this downward channel, blah, 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 and then we paused and pretty much went sideways. We did not go below 975.07 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days, and then the floor fell off. So maybe, I'm not trying to predict here. I'm just saying maybe. It doesn't cost anything to say, well, maybe this is going to happen or maybe that is going to happen. It's fine. Then when it happens, this is when we can act. We don't act on, well, maybe this is going to happen, I'm going to buy this now. So maybe the same thing is going to happen here. So we have, well, we came down dramatically. When was that? April 25th, 26th. So we came down dramatically here, paused at 874.35, and this has been like this for 3 days. But then last Friday we even broke that. So maybe we are not going to go all the way to this resistance before caving in again or going up, because it seems like we are weakening right here. So this has to be said. Also, another point of interest is that on Friday we tried to go high, and we could have tried to reach this point here in terms of resistance. That would have been 955. So we tried in effect to reach 955, but we were stopped by the 2 infamous double support that Tesla has been following for well over a year. So we tried to break that and we were rejected. So that's kind of important to notice. So we have rejected going higher than 935 last Friday. Are we going to accept 935 Monday? So are buyers willing to buy at 935 on Monday when they said no on Friday? That's a big if. That's a big if. So okay, so that's the state of affair. Let's just look at the indicators a little bit. So indicators, so stochastic at 14. What is the number that we like to have stochastic at in order for the stock to go up? Everybody or anybody? 60. 60 is the answer. 60. We like stochastic above 60. Look at this here. Stochastic above 60. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, sometimes it does not work. Sometimes it does not work. Look at this here. It did not work here because it didn't lead anywhere. But why didn't it not work there? I'm practicing my English here. Why didn't it Didn't it not work? This is hard for me. Because we were in a downward channel. We were in a downward channel right here. So downward channels are more important than stochastic above 60. But once we break stochastic, well, no, sorry. Once we break a resistance, then we need stochastic over 60 to really push the stock. So this is exactly what is happening here. So stochastic was below 60 right here. Okay, it was below 60, so nothing to see here. And we caved in under this resistance. Here, stochastic was over 60, but we still caved in. So we don't have anything to do. We need the two things. We need an and. And here, and this is when we got both of the conditions. Both conditions here. So at the break, you know, on March 17th at the close, or before the close if you wanted to risk it a little bit. So we had stochastic over 60 and we broke outside. Bang! What did happen next? Well, we went from maybe 870 something and the high was at 1153. So these are the conditions that we are trying to look at. These are the conditions that we care for. These are the conditions that we act on, and until we have those conditions, well, you can do what you want. You can do what you want, but I tend not to go in. So that was a long diatribe to say that stochastic at 14 sucks. MACD, pretty much the same thing. RSI, same thing. And DMI, same thing. So on the daily chart, Tesla is going like this until we break this resistance here with the stochastic over 60. That's it. That's all. That's it. That's all. I should have a mic here. Mic drop. Okay. And my wife is laughing at me right now because she thinks I'm so funny. That's why she married me, amongst many other reasons. Okay, let's look at the weekly chart now. Weekly chart is telling us a broader perspective because, you know, on the weekly chart we have one candle per week versus one candle per day for the daily chart. Hence the word daily chart. So yeah, I'm tired a little bit, so I'm a bit crazy today, but I'm very nice. So there's no worries that you should have. So let me clean this up a little bit. Okay, so weekly chart. What's happening with our weekly chart? So weekly chart, sometimes on the weekly chart, you know, the patterns are a little bit different. You know, sometimes the shape or the shape of the downward channels are not exactly the same, blah blah blah. So so each chart needs to be looked at individually, but each chart impacts the other chart. So if you want to buy a stock on the daily chart and want the stock to move a long way, you need to have the upper time frame chart as a backup. So you need to have the weekly chart as a backup that says, yeah, things are looking good. So then if you see that also things are still looking good on the daily chart, you have two charts behind you. So the chances are that the move on your daily chart is going to be a lot better. And if you also have the monthly chart move at the same time, then it's even better. So right now we are May 1st. So because we are May 1st, we can also look at the monthly chart. So today you get for free a daily chart thing, a weekly chart thing, and a monthly chart thing, plus my amazing personality. And yes, we are going to take a look at the Vixx also at the same time. Vixx on the weekly chart too. So, you know, you get the whole shebang for free. Okay, so weekly chart, so decreasing, so downward channel also on the weekly chart. We got out of this one here. That's the outermost resistance here. So we got out of that resistance for a couple of weeks, trailed on it, you know, trailed on it, and then boom, we came back in. Stochastic below 60. This is not good news. This is not good news here. What do we have here? We have the two lines above zero. So this is one green thumb up, but we have a bearish crossover. So we have the red line. Is that true? No. We have the green line below the red line. So this is why we have one thumb down. And I'm using different indicators a little bit. So these indicators are mine. So but I'm sharing them. You know, stochastic I use 2131. K is 21. I use this. And in terms of visibility, I don't show the percentage D, which is a moving average on the value of stochastic. K is the value of stochastic, and there is a moving average on top of it. So I don't really use it, so I just removed it. If not, it's going to look like this. Because then it crosses, you know, it crosses a bit too much. So I decided not to use it. So it makes my charts a little bit cleaner. But there you go. This is how I use it. And we have RSI needs to be above 50. So we don't have it here. So we need to have it thumb down. And even though TradingView is a great tool that I'm using a lot, sometimes it's behaving weirdly, but I haven't found anything else that's as good as this, so I'm still using this, and I still recommend this. I have a affiliate link in my description of every video. So for the MI, we have the green line above the red line, so we have a thumb up green. So we had a lot of green thumb up last time. We've looked at it last weekend, but now things are starting to turn a little bit more sour. So because we don't have much great things to see here on the weekly chart, this is basically decreasing the chances that Tesla is going to have a great move next week. There you go. Then monthly chart. Monthly chart, that's not so bad. So from a monthly perspective, all is not lost with Tesla. All is not lost. So we see here that the pattern is different. So we have the 805 and 800 support here. There's a bunch of support here. So those that are listening to my channel know that we have a concept. We have a world exclusive concept of double support. So yeah, this is what it is. I am not bragging, I'm just saying. So if you watch my videos on a regular basis, then you will start to understand this wonderful concept. So we have a support at 800 and 805, and then we have a decreasing resistance right here. So you see that people are willing to buy at a lesser price. So so until we break outside of this, and I highlight my most important trend line, sometimes I highlight it in purple. So this is the purple one right here. We still have stochastic above 60 on the monthly chart. So, and we still are above 805. So all else, so not everything is lost. We are hanging on the monthly chart. And do we still have a, no, we have lost, we have crossed over bearish right here. So we have lost a little bit something here. We are still good for the RSI, and we are still good for the MI. So basically, if I summarize, monthly chart, still okay. Weekly chart, no, and daily, no. So this would mean that it's going to take a few weeks. It could take a few weeks. Let me say this. It could take a few weeks before things come back around for Tesla. and even a few months. That's possible. But so let's just keep this in mind. Let's just keep this in mind. But there's always the possibility that Elon, you know, sells a Tesla, or I don't know what kind of news, but there could be fantastic news that makes the daily chart break this purple resistance. This is what we are going to look at. What we are looking at on the weekly chart and monthly chart is giving us an idea of what could be happening, but we never act. We try to never act before things are happening. But we are aware that there could be a lion behind this bush. There could be a tiger behind this bush, but we don't start to shoot right away because we could shoot something else. So we are just looking for, I don't know if they have some expressions, you know, with Top Gun expressions, a foe, a friend, or a foe. Yeah. So we have a radar and we are looking at things, but we are acting on reality. Okay. So I spoke a lot. So let me look at the comments right here. So 750, that's a possibility, my friend. Ken, that's a possibility. You know, I see 800 first, of course, you know, because this is going down, so I see 800 first. Then 750, why not? I see 765 as another point of resistance. I see 726. 750 is a nice round number, and sometimes and oftentimes round numbers don't always coincide with support and resistance. Sad to say, but this is true. So sometimes, you know, 1,000 here, 1,000 corresponded to a nice support, yes, but also something like 1054.69. You know, who would have guessed that this odd number could have been some kind of a support or resistance? And also 1116.02. Look at this here: 1116.02, 1116.02, 1116.02. I'm not making this up. I'm just drawing what I see here. 1116.02. So sometimes the nice round numbers are not that useful. You are welcome, Audible Darkness. Ken, you are also welcome. Percentage chances that Tesla goes below 600. I don't know. But if it does, and then if it comes out of this downward resistance right here, do you see my screen? Okay. If it does, I'm going to be there. But I don't know the percentage chances. I'm sorry. 800, 700 levels first, then we'll see. Yes, exactly. Let's just watch it go down, and don't buy the dip. Buying a dip in a downward channel is not a great idea because you are buying into something that's falling. So you are buying high, but then we tend to want to buy low instead. And thank you for this thumb up for what I just said, because buying the dip is such a known way of doing things. You can buy a dip in an uptrend. The stock is going up and down like this, but it's moving up. Then yeah, sure, you can buy the dip. Go ahead. But if it's going down like this, don't buy the dip. But that's just my opinion. I have a limit order for 755. Will it fill? I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball. I'm sorry. A lot of people think that they have a crystal ball, but I'm not delusional. I know that I don't have one. Thank you. Yeah, bear. Flush it. Maybe. How many stocks do you have in your watch list? Amazing job on Tesla analysis. Thank you very much. I watch your videos every single day. Thank you. Well, thank you to you too. How many stocks I have in my watch list? I don't know. I have way too many because I don't delete them, you know. I don't delete them, and whoa. And the nice, okay, sorry about this. What's happening? Wow. I see things correctly here on my, okay. Phew. What was I about to say? So yes, I have a lot of stocks that I used to look at. You know, I've I used to look at a lot of electric car stocks like Novonix and things like that, and I sometimes don't delete them, and I sometimes, when I hear that there's a great company that is doing some amazing technology, blah blah blah, but that the stock is not ready to be bought, and I'm trying to find an example of that. I don't know if I can find an example right away like this on the spot, but when it happens, I let TradingView work for me. So let's say Gratomic on Toronto Stock Exchange. So if I think that this is a great company, I want to go in. So I would trace my resistance right here, and I would set an alert, add an alert when the stock is going to cross this trend line. Boom. And I do this, and there is a little bit of an alarm clock that is drawn here, and I don't have to look at the stock for months sometimes. And once the stock is going to break the resistance, TradingView is going to tell me, and then I can look at it, and I did not waste time every single day to look at it every single day. So this is a real time saver. So maybe I have 100 stocks there. Your English is great, but why did it not work is fine to say as well. Okay. Okay. Why did it not? Thank you. Yes, I was complicating things a little bit. Yeah, I'm laughing now too. Mic drop. Yeah, thank you. I thought that was nice too. Vixx. Do you see the Vixx over 36 as a clear buy signal or not? Or not always? Yeah, no. So the higher the Vixx is, the worse it is for stocks. So that's another thing that we should be looking at, is that Vixx is in an uptrend right now. So Vixx is going up. It's stabilizing a little bit in terms of the highs. Here it's making a top, but it has been going up as a trend since April 5th. So since 1 month. So what has happened during that month? Well, during that month, Tesla went from $11.53 to 800 something. So no Vixx. The higher the Vixx, the worse the stocks perform. So this is an interesting indicator. And my teacher, when I learned the technical analysis, I kind of hate to say this, but 30 years ago, my teacher is a fund manager, and I don't know exactly the exact value that he is using, but I think it's 25 or something like that. So when Vixx reaches over 25, let's say, he just gets out of his investment and goes to cash and just waits it out. And once Vixx comes back down, then he goes back in. You're welcome. Vixx 40. His Mrs. Daily Trader. Mrs. Daily Trader. No, she does not care that much about stocks, but she cares about the amount of money we have in our bank account, basically. Vixx 40, it never got to that high before the rally that happened in mid-March. Are you talking mid-March? This mid-March? So mid-March, okay, March 15th, this was very, very low. Let's look at the Vixx. March 15th. Yeah, March 15th. Okay. This is interesting. Yes. So March 15th, when Tesla shot up, you know, the VIX was going down. So thank you for this comment, because I don't think the exact number on the VIX is as important as the trend on the VIX, because the trend on the VIX was going down since March 8th. Since March 8th, look at this. It was going down, going down, going down. And when Tesla started to go up, the VIX went from 33 to 29 during the same day. Boom. So it just fell abruptly, and then Tesla shot up. It started to shoot up. It started to shoot up. It took it, let's say, 3 days to really show that it was outside of this downward resistance. So this is March 17th. So if we go to the VIX, March 17th, so it was at 25. So I think it's a matter of movement. When the VIX is coming down, then stocks start to wake up, and they start to go up. That's my thinking. Gotta be around that previous 35 resistance, double support, pattern pending. Yes. I hear Q2 might be troublesome with factory ramps. Yes, the factory ramps, this is something. Also, Shanghai had some problems, with COVID, and they had to shut down. And I don't remember exactly how many cars were they did not make because of that shutdown. So yes, this is a factor. Don't forget that stock split would be announced in May. So yes, it's true. It's totally true. This is the thing. So there are so many news that can come out, some good and some bad. And the only way to make sense as to where the stock is going to go is to look at a change in pattern in the stock. So if a stock is going down within a channel and then starts to come out of that channel, that's a significant move. Any move within the channel is just noise. So we need to identify noise and signal. Thank you very much. Are you French or Canadian? Both. I'm French Canadian. I'm from Quebec. Because if I was French, I would be speaking like this, but I don't. What indicators do you use as buy signal, and which indicators do you use to sell? Well, trend lines, the trend lines. Okay, you are asking specifically for indicators. Stochastic is one of my favorite. Stochastic, basically, as a buy signal, this is very, very, very good. Stochastic above 60, and sell signal, that's a different kettle of fish, because you can sell without a signal from an indicator, because sometimes if a stock goes super high, super fast, you have the right to just sell because you want to pocket the money. That's perfectly fine. But if not, I use stochastic also, maybe on the hourly time frame. It's possible to do this. So when the Tesla reached 1200 right here, November 4th, so this was a great day. This was a great day. So let me see here. So November 5th, we reached 1230 something, even 12 something, and it seems like it was going to exhaust itself. So since it had gone so high so fast, I was very close to my trigger, to my sell trigger. I was very close to it because I did not want to wait for a big drop in order to get out. because I had made significant money there. So I switched on the 1 hour chart. So we were right here. Was it here? Yes, April 5th. So we were right here, and it started to go down a little bit. And look at stochastic. We lost stochastic over 60 at 10:30 on the 5th of April. I did not sell yet. I waited a little bit, and then I saw that we had this, you know, this support right here at around 1069, and I decided that this would be my cutoff point. You know, I can let it fall from 11 something to here, and this was my cutoff point. And when I saw that we had lost stochastic here, I started to lose confidence a little bit in the stock since it had gone so high. So I bought a put right here to just as an insurance policy on my stocks. And then well, I don't remember exactly, but I sold in the end. I sold the stock in the end when I saw, I think in the morning, I think this was a Monday. I think April 6th was a Monday. Is it possible? I don't remember. But I sold some stock and then rode it back down with my put right here. So this was a great play. So I had sold pretty much everything in terms of stock, and then rode the put here. So what could I have asked for more? You know, I was making money on the way down and kept the money I had made on the way up. So this was the best case scenario. So this is just to show. I did not mean to brag, but this goes to show that I am using stochastic. So stochastic below 60 is a concern. Sometimes it can get you know, the stock can get stopped from going down with a support even when stochastic is below 60. But stochastic below 60 is something you need to pay attention to. Okay, do you personally like Tesla car? Yes, I do. This has been a great video. Thank you very much. Well, thank you to you too, Slim Lewis. It's not even over yet. Thanks for reading every comment. Well, welcome. Any thoughts on Google, Apple stocks? Well, Slim Lewis, every Friday I do a special request stock analysis. So if you are a member of my YouTube channel, then you can suggest stocks for me to analyze on Friday, and this is what I do. Okay, Dan. Perfect. Okay, so let's go to Pltr briefly, because I do 2 videos every single day. I do Tesla and Pltr, and of course everybody likes Tesla and blah blah blah. We talk about Tesla, and but Pltr is also a great company. Is also a great company that will have, I think, great success in the future. So I started analyzing it at the same time, thinking that you know, I would have so many Pltr video that when Pltr would start to go up like crazy, like Tesla did a couple of years back, then I would appear on the top of all the Pltr searches and everything. But Pltr has yet to shoot up. So I am basically analyzing this downward stock. So yeah, this is the shape of Pltr. Big downward channel since September of last year. So it has been going down. We reached the low right here, a big low right here, low, and then it started to go back up a little bit, upward channel, and then we broke that. So everything is down here on the weekly chart. Everything is down except not everything. We have only one green thumb up because we have a breakover bullish here. So this is green, should be visible only here on the weekly chart. And we have, well, no, RSI is below 50, so that's That's not good. And DMI is also not good. So Pltr, it's really not good. The only thing is that we seem to be making a bottom here. Maybe it's bottoming here, but we still need to break this downward resistance on the weekly chart and also on the daily chart, and stochastic over 60. You know, I think I had drawn this last week, so it's going to take a while for stochastic to move back up. So don't hold your breath for this stock. And on the monthly chart, we don't have enough data, enough candles, because this is a stock that was, well, that IPO'd September 2020. So there are not enough candles to give us much of a reading here. There's only, yeah, we can say that we have the RSI reading, but we don't have anything else for now, because I'm using 21 days for the DMI and 21 days for the stochastic and 14 days for the RSI. So there you go. So that's it for this live. So thank you very much, guys. This was great. Lots of comments, lots of questions. I like it like this. And if we could do a live where you know, I could let people speak, that would also be interesting. So have a great rest of the weekend, of your weekend. It was a great weekend on the East Coast. So have a great rest of the weekend. And don't forget to like and subscribe. That's the least you can do. I'm sorry, I'm being mean here, but and I'm joking a little bit, you know, because I'm not really mean. So you can watch my daily videos on for Tesla and Pltr every single day here on this channel. And if you become a member, then there's these lives that I do every weekend. This one, so once a month I do it for the public, but the rest of the month is going to be only for my YouTube members, so you can check that out. And if you want me to do a special stock analysis on Friday for a stock that you like, and imagine the amount of money that you can save by not investing in a stock at the wrong time. This is tremendous. This can save you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. And the only requirement is that you become a member for less than 10 bucks, I think. So yeah, but to each his own. I do what I do and you do what you do. So thank you very much, guys. Thank you, Audible Darkness. You have a great name. So have a great rest of the weekend, and I'm going to tell you à la prochaine.